救命啊！救命啊！I see you now.
What's your name, sir?
Say
your name.
金山。
Undercover ICE agents are abducting and kidnapping people off the street, masked up, without identification or warrant. And he's yelling help, and his name, Jingshan, in Mandarin. IceRaids are happening across Los Angeles, and in this video, I'm translating the Know Your Rights cards into both Cantonese and Mandarin.
My parents, my grandparents, they did it the right way. They did it legally. This fight isn't my fight because we did it the right way. If you're a young East Asian American person and you fix your mouth to say something like that, then that tells me you really don't know the first thing about your own history.
It's a pity that I actually have to say I am shocked that ICE are raiding Asians. See, the thing is, just 2 weeks ago, I made a video of how Chinese people were on the internet, or rather, let me say Asian people were on the internet saying, this is what we voted for. As Asian people, we gave Trump our vote because, yeah, we wanted a greater America. We wanted illegals in this country. We wanted peace. We didn't want criminals. So those Latinos, clearly they had to be deported. We voted for DJT because this is what we wanted. And just 2 weeks later to see Asian people on the internet crying that ICE raids are now on them, it's kind of like disturbing. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna show you more videos, and even now they're even sharing videos on how to protect themselves and how to know the law. How, oh my God, I am so shocked. When I tell you I am so shocked, I am extremely shocked to understand that the raids can happen to Asians as well. First things first, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. My name is Natakunda Esther. If you're new here, hi, welcome. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, like, comment, and share. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Super grateful. Thank you so much for all my subscribers, people that love me, support me, my members, people that super chat me. Thank you so much, y'all. Now, let me tell you, I have been MIA for nearly a week. Yeah, I have been sick. Flu has been taking me, and cough. I was coughing blood. I was sneezing blood. I had a fever. It was crazy. So I spent the entire week in the hospital, but I'm back, baby, okay? Like I never left. Now, let me not even waste your time, y'all. Let me show you the videos of the people, and please let me know what you think in the comment section. Does it also shock you to see that Asian people are being raided by ICE?
Are you from
here?
Oh my God, they're just taking this man, dude.
I see you. Ah! Ah!
Dude, you guys.
Ah! Ah!
This is so scary, you
No!
guys. Poor man, dude. Like, so many people are taking this man.
ICE agents are abducting and kidnapping people off the street, masked up, without identification or warrant. And he's yelling help, and his name, Jingshan, in Mandarin. And it's just heartbreaking to watch. I also went through the comment section, so there's a woman who claims to be either his girlfriend or his wife. She said she's 2 months pregnant. So the man that they just kidnapped is actually a father-to-be, and he's actually on his way to report to the immigration office. So he's doing it the legal way. He's not a criminal. He's not an illegal immigrant. The wife also said they have lost contact with her husband for over a day now. They're trying to find a lawyer, but nothing has helped so far. He's still detained. And when I actually think about it, are those actually ICE agents? Or are they just imposters or bounty hunters who try to turn people into ICE to earn money? IceRaids are happening across Los Angeles, and in this video, I'm translating the Know Your Rights cards into both Cantonese and Mandarin. These Know Your Rights cards came in 39 different languages, and I'll put them in my link in bio. Now I'm gonna read them out first in Mandarin, then in Cantonese. 如果你是美国公民或者合法移民，请随身携带护照或者绿卡。如果你是无证移民，请牢记，您也一样拥有以下4项美国宪法权利。第一，你可以说，根据第5项修正案，我拒绝与你交谈。不会回答任何问题或者签署任何文件，我有权保持沉默。第二，你可以说，根据第4项修正案，我拒绝你进入我的住所或者搜索我的物品，除非你有法官签发并且写有我名字的搜查令。第三，根据第6项修正案，如果被拘留，你有权要求一个律师，并且在律师来到之前不要说任何的话或者签署任何的文件。第四，在任何场合遇到移民局工作人员，请立刻出示以下卡片。Now I'm gonna say in Cantonese. 如果你係美國公民或者係合法移民，請隨身攜帶護照或者係綠卡。如果你係無證移民，請牢記你同樣享受以下4條美國憲法權力。第一，你可以講根據第5項修正案，我拒絕同你交談，或者係回答任何問題，或者係簽署任何文件，我有權力保持沉默。第二，你可以講根據第4項修正案，我唔允許你進入我個住所或者係搜查我的物品，除非你有法官簽發嘅寫住我全名嘅搜查令。第三，根據第6項修正案，假如你被拘留，你有權力立即要求律師。見到律師之前，唔好講任何嘢，唔好簽任何文件。第四，喺任何場合見到移民局工作人員，請立即出示以下卡片。I have posted this video on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Please share to any Chinese-speaking immigrants in Los Angeles.
My parents, my grandparents, they did it the right way. They did it legally. This fight isn't my fight because we did it the right way. If you're a young East Asian American person and you fix your mouth to say something like that, then that tells me you really don't know the first thing about your own history. And this whole idea of they did it legally, do you understand that there used to be a time where we couldn't, people like us couldn't do it legally. We were prohibited, we were restricted from even being here. The Chinese Exclusion Act in 1882 made it so that people from China and other parts of Asia were not even allowed to enter this country. They couldn't work here and they couldn't live here. So legally wasn't even an option. And then if you say something like, well, I'm here legally, so I'm safe, I'm protected. Need I remind you that in 1942, 120,000 Japanese and other Asian Americans were scooped up out of their lives from their homes and taken to internment camps. Some as close to Los Angeles as Santa Anita. And these were U.S. citizens, second, third, fourth generation Americans, people who had served in the U.S. military, teachers, doctors, professionals, taken out of their lives, stripped of all of their belongings, put in camps. People in my father's generation, American citizens that look just like us. And because you're a U.S. citizen, you think that these civil rights of yours are protected. Where do you think these civil rights that you enjoy so much, where do you think they came from? How do you think you got them? By the good graces of the U.S. government? No. It was because of Black people and the civil rights movement. Civil rights movement spearheaded by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. led to the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. The act effectively outlawed discrimination on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. The spirit of the civil rights movement, because we basically learned how to protest and fight for our rights from the Black civil rights movement. Because of that, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 helped to lead to the passage of the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1965. And that removed the quota system and opened up immigration to those who were highly skilled, and that's important to remember, I'm going to get back to that in just a second, or had existing familial relationships in the U.S. 10 years after the signing, the Asian immigration population doubled and to this day has shaped the diversity of our country. But let's get back to this real quick because this is important. I'm hearing so many young Asian American, East Asians specifically, saying things like, well, you know, my parents came here and they worked hard and they made a life for themselves and that's why we are so successful in this country and that's why, you know, we make so much money and we're all so highly educated. And true as that may be, because yes, they do work hard and I'm not trying to take anything away from that. But it wasn't just hard work alone. In order to be here, our parents and grandparents had to apply. And those applications contained things like their level of education and their skills. So they were hand selected. It wasn't just whoever wanted to come could come. They were hand selected to be here. And guess who they chose? They chose people with skills like doctors or accountants or engineers or people like my father who were architects. So that's really important. Something that you should factor in when you say things like that because our parents and grandparents, they came here with a leg up. They came here with an advantage. And there are so many immigrants that come here that don't. And not only do they not have an advantage, they are at a complete and total disadvantage. And they're escaping things like human trafficking, like drug cartels, like war, like, you know, poverty. And a lot of them don't have any money. They don't have an education. But you know what they do want? They want the same thing that our parents and our grandparents wanted. And that is a life. That is a life for them and for their children. So go back to that. Go back to that ideal because that's something you seem to understand. Our parents and grandparents came here because they wanted a better life. Well, so do they. But things like legality and advantages aren't always on their side like it may have been for us. Because we didn't come by it on our own and they shouldn't have to either.
I live in Los Angeles and in this video, I'm going to translate the Know Your Rights cards into Cantonese and Mandarin while ICE is raiding our city. These Know Your Rights cards are actually translated into 39 different languages and I will put a link to them in my bio. First, I will do some explanation in Cantonese, then I will read the rights in Cantonese, and then I will read them in Mandarin. 如果你俾美國移民局嘅人員停咗，保持冷靜，唔好走，唔好俾佢哋任何假嘅文件。如果你係美國公民或者合法嘅移民，記得攜帶你嘅護照或者綠卡。如果你係冇身份嘅，記住你亦都有權利嘅。你可以記住呢4句。 第一，我選擇行使我嘅憲法權利。第二，根據美國憲法第5條正案嘅權利，我唔想同你溝通。亦都唔會答你嘅問題或者簽任何嘅文件。第三，如果移民局嘅人員敲你個門，你唔使開門，你可以同佢講，根據美國憲法第4條正案嘅權利，我唔批准你入我屋企，除非你有法官或者裁判官簽咗嘅搜查令，搜查令上面必須寫我個名，你可以將搜查令攝入我門下。第四，根據美國憲法第4條正案嘅權利，我唔批准你搜查我所有嘅物品。Now I'm going to say this in Mandarin. 第一，我選擇行使我的憲法權利。第二，根據美國憲法第5修正案的權利，我不想和你說話，不想回答你的問題，我只簽署任何的文件。第三，根據美國憲法第4修正案的權利，我不允許你進入我的家，除非你有法官或裁判官簽署的搜查令。